mosquito hawk on the front, so I don't think it's the one she had. If it is, it's been repainted. But let's go check out some old Volkswagens. Now here we are. Look at that. There's a Volkswagen Buzz over there. I had never seen one in person. And we have some buses start to show up and Beetles. Now here's the front of the restaurant. This is Herbie's restaurant. And we have half of a Beetle up here. You see that back wheel? I bumped my head on it later trying to look at a Volkswagen bus. I walked under it and bumped my head. I was not paying attention to where I was going, but it's really cool. So we have just half of a Beetle up here. I think that's very neat. So the buses and everybody, the Beetles, all the Volkswagens are still coming in. This was right at 6 o'clock, so things had really just kind of gotten started. Oh, there will be a lot more later, so they're still coming in. I thought we could go ahead and take a look at the ones that were there. Now there's a pretty little Beetle, look at that. So it's kind of neat to be able to stand there and see all the cars coming in. Look at that. I love those. You don't see those very often. So people came from all around, all over the state. They came in from other states. They do this once a year. And I think it's the third Thursday of August. So here's the new Volkswagen Buzz, B-U-Z-Z. Got a little bus in the dash there. People have asked me if I would buy one. No, I would not. If I wanted to put that kind of money into a Volkswagen, I would get a real one. I do like the paint on it. And the wheels are cool. No, I would get an old Volkswagen bus over something like that. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think I would buy one. Now over here we have this is one of the newer cars. They're not all super old. This is a cabriolet right here. Those are actually I don't know if they're rare, but I don't see them very often. It's a nice one too. Nice little car there. I thought it was cool. Yeah, I didn't know how many people were going to show up to the thing, but oh yeah, trust me, they're still coming. And then regular customers at the restaurant can park there. That little dog, that little schnauzer, I kept seeing him everywhere. We'll see him again, but oh yeah, he's very cute. So we're going to look at the inside of these cars as much as we can. Now, I didn't touch any of these cars. That is rule number one at a car show. Do not touch the cars. Do not touch them. And you know how I like to touch things. So I was really fighting the urge to touch. But no, you don't touch these cars. So I'm going to look inside as much as I can without, risking touching anything. Yeah, a lot of these are from other states, other cities. They come in for this. This is an older one here. And a lot of them have like neat little plates on the front because in North Carolina anyway, you don't have to have a front license plate. Those are pretty Beetles. I like that dark red and off-white one over there. You can tell from the bumpers how old they are. They have the emblem on the front. That kind of bumper right there is on a Volkswagen that's older than 1968. Well, it's 68, I think. That one's, it's got hydraulics or something. They've lowered it down. They changed the bumpers after 1968. I think halfway through the model year. I may be wrong about that, but oh, and you know I love the buses. I used to have a 68 Volkswagen bus, and I love them. That's nice. I really like this one though. I love that paint scheme, the colors. That's just so pretty. Some of them will have the thing up where you can see the motor. I like the luggage up there. I also love to check out the interior because it's a 7-ball for a shifter. I love to see how they do the interior because they're all different. It's just really cool. So, look at the little tiny windshield wipers. They're so cute. They're so little. Yeah, I you see how this bumper looks different? That would be a newer one, unless they put on a bumper from some other car, but I doubt they did. So you'll see modifications to a lot of these cars. It's kind of hard to see sometimes because of the glare, but check out that interior. That is cool. That's very neat. Now I will say, people at Volkswagen car shows are just the nicest, friendliest people, and a lot of them do their own work on these cars. They're just the greatest people at these shows. They are so interesting to talk to, and they're eager to tell you about their vehicle. It's just cool. See some dune buggies over there. We'll take a look at those. Yeah. So I love Volkswagen buses. They have a special place in my heart. And check it out. We have a whole row of Beetles. We got a Herbie over here. This one traveled a pretty good distance to be here. It's not from North Carolina, I don't think. Yeah. It's beautiful. Look at it. It's got the rag top, the slide back top up there. Oh, that's so nice. Imagine seeing that going down the road. That's cool. They really travel to come to this thing. And they have clubs, all around the state and country, Volkswagen enthusiasts. And they meet up at all different kinds of car shows. It's just beautiful. I love these things. I love the interiors. That is really cool. I like this orange one too. That's cool. Doesn't even have a bumper. So with the Volkswagen, the motor is in the back, so your trunk is really in the front. That's where you keep the spare tire, and you have a little bit of storage space. Yeah, most of them are painted to have the interior match the exterior, because they have metal dashboards, so you could just paint them any way you want to. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm chit-chatting with the owners. They were sitting back behind the cars, so I'm talking while I'm doing this to some of them. That's pretty. I like that. I like that dark red color. That's really nice. I'm so glad we had good weather for this. Some years the weather doesn't cooperate, and but this was a great year. There's a convertible one. That is cool. There's the dog again. I really like that red. That is so pretty. So, yeah, this is one of the convertibles. That's like a rim. I thought at first it was like a white wall tire, but it's not. It's part of the rim. You do have a nice little bench seat back there, and you see they've added cup holders. A lot of them have these little wire basket-looking cup holders attached on the inside, which is great because these cars don't have any cup holders. You kind of have to add your own. That's a good-looking top. That is cool. That's very cool. I really like this one here. It's so shiny. Oh my gosh. Check out this engine. They were all talking about the engine. That's very cool. There's my thumbnail or my fingernail. Sorry about that. We're looking at the pipes down here. It's cool too because all the Volkswagen people will go around and talk about their cars with each other, and it's just really interesting to hear the conversations that go on. A lot of them will put stickers on their windows like that. I like the interior. It's got some stuff back there. It was kind of hard to see because of the glare, but he has like a Volkswagen cooler or something back there. Now this one, oh, there are more coming in. I was looking. I love to get to hear all the Volkswagens. I love the way their engines sound. They just '68 Volkswagen bus for a couple of years. Unfortunately, it needed a lot of body work, and if you know anything about body work, it can be very expensive, and I couldn't afford it, so I had to let it go. But while I was up in Illinois for about a year, I drove it up there. That one has white walls on it. There's a dog. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love those little things. That's their car, so the Schnauzer belongs to the lady who has that car. You see, it has the bullet style turn signals. That is definitely an older one. That's like early 60s right there. 60, 61, maybe even 59. To have that style, you see how the turn signals look like they stick out. They're called bullet style turn signals, instead of sitting up on top of the wheel like the newer ones. Yep, that's an older Beetle. Some of the really old ones have a split window in the back, but this is not one of those. Yeah, that's nice. That's very pretty. It's so adorable. Look at that tiny little glove compartment. It's so small. I love it. So this show went from 6 to 9 o'clock, I think, at Herbie's place. And I got some food after I got done walking around. I went in and got food I got my kids and me dinner there. So it was really good too. I had a barbecue sandwich. It was really good. So we have, now some of these buses are actually trucks. Have you ever seen a Volkswagen truck? Like their plate. Now this is a split window bus. Do you see how the front window is split in half? And the windows that fold out, those are called safari windows. Some of them have them, some of them don't. You can have them put in if you want. The split window buses are older. And again, you can tell how old they are sometimes also by the style of turn signals that they have. The bus that I had was not as old as this one. There's one here that looks a lot like the one I had. I will show you that one later. this one, yeah. This one had Albert Einstein on it. Imagination is more important than knowledge. It's got Albert Einstein on it. Oh, here comes a beetle. We're on Battleground Avenue in Greensboro, and I'm watching the cars come in. Like, that's pretty cool. Got his hair going that way. So again, we have the louvered windows. Oh, and you have lovely curtains too in a lot of these. And a ladder, so you can access the stuff up there. That's cool. You have the little beetles waiting to come in. It was so awesome. I wasn't sure how many were going to show up, but look how big that back window is. Yep, that's another 67 right there. That's very similar to mine, but 67, I think it was halfway through the model year in 68 when they went to the bay windows, which I will show you a bay window bus in a minute. Oh, they're putting the newer ones over there. Although there was a newer one who parked over on the other in a different area later. Look at how dang cool that is. Oh my god, I love that. Dang it. And they have stickers from, places they've been and stuff. And more stickers on the inside. Got a fans rug down there. I really like the interior of this one. That is very similar to the interior of the one that I had, but this is in better shape than mine was. But yeah, mine was really similar to this one. The layout and everything was the same. The difference though is this one has barn doors and has a little fold-up table. Mine didn't have the table there. It had it behind the passenger seat. So you see how the doors open out. Mine had a sliding door instead of barn doors. Now this blue one is for sale. Oh, look what's coming in over there. Oh, you can't really see it. This is a very unique vehicle here. There's another bus coming in. We have, that one was cool too. Look at that. That's made out of a beetle. We're going to see that again later. And we're going to get a detailed look at both of those in a bit. This bus is for sale. Look, there's another bus. It went and parked. That's the one I hit my head looking at, that bus right there. Check it out. It's like a little truck. Which Volkswagen did make little trucks like this for a brief time, I think in Germany. But that, I don't know if that's one of them. There's a newer Beetle. He came in and parked near where that truck is right now. So they have people there directing, trying to get them parked in certain places. Yeah, you see how that is a solid window in the front? That's the bay window. That is how mine looked, except mine was like an off-white, kind of a cream color. This one is in much better shape than mine. It is for sale, and I talked to the guy who was selling it. He was trying to get me to buy it. I'm like, dude, I have nowhere to put it. But you see, now here the air vents have moved up there. That's the way mine was. Yeah, mine was almost identical to that, except it was an off-white color. I really love that bus. I love driving it. Yeah, the interior of mine looked like that. So you don't have the split window, you have the bay window. I really hated to let it go, but it really needed a lot of body work, and I couldn't afford it. So I got some paperwork about the event. See, it has the pop-up camper top. Yeah, that was one of the things on mine that needed to be fixed. The camper top, it was all messed up. It needed to be completely replaced, and I just did not have the money to fix it up. It needed to be painted, and oh my god, I really hated to let it go. It's got the sliding door like mine. Here comes another car. I'm so excited. Like, here comes another Karmann Ghia. That's pretty. That is so pretty. Look at that. That looks a lot like the one my mom had, except that one is in better shape. It's even the same shade of blue, kind of, that my dad painted hers with a roller and exterior paint from Lowe's. Oh, we have more buses over there and Beetles, and I'm going to show you all those. So I'm trying to look at this one without touching it. I'm being careful not to touch anything. It's just respectful not to, you don't put your hands on these things. A lot of them had little stickers on them that said sniff but don't scratch. Please keep your hands off the car. Yeah, I'm pointing at that bus over there in front of Herbie's is my dream stage wreck. Yeah, now these are all manual transmissions. So if you wanna bus, you gotta learn how to drive a stick shift. Which I've been doing forever, so it wasn't a problem. This is a 1963. There's another bus coming in. Oh, I'm so excited. All these buses are just, oh my god. I love it. There's that is an international scout too over there waiting to come in. He was not part of the show. He was just there to eat at the restaurant and look at the cars. Because he was in the restaurant when I was ordering. Yeah, it's just parked with the regular, us mere mortals where the rest of us had to park. Actually, he parked right down from my car. Wowee. So this one has barn doors that open up instead of the sliding door. There's like a teddy bear back there. There's the dog again. There's another beetle coming in over there. Here's a nice one. That's an older one too. You see how small the little oval window is on the back of that beetle? That's an older one. I don't know how old exactly, but man, that's nice. That is so cool. Here's your trunk up here. So you can put stuff in there, and you got your spare tire in there. That's your storage. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. I remember one time we were headed somewhere and there was a huge snapping turtle on the road, and we were driving my mom's beetle, and my dad got out, grabbed the snapping turtle by the tail, and put it in the trunk. Put it right there. Okay, this is what I want to show you. He took it to my aunt and uncle. They boiled it for soup. Now this is an older bus. Do you see the turn signals right here? This is a bullet style turn signal. This is an old. Wow, that's nice. Sorry. God, that is about a 61 or a 62. God almighty, I love that. A double cab truck. Good Lord. That is nice. Oh, man. I love it. Good God. I love everything about it. So you have your fence down there again. It's in really good shape. Really nice. Goodness. Yeah, this is, well, it's a 61. Okay. Yeah. A lot of them, their plates will tell you what year it is. There's another beetle. He's going, hey, come back. He needs to come back. I think he missed it and turned around and came back. And see, it's got that little back window back there. That window, if it were a bus, would be back here. But it's a truck, so it's up there. But it would be back there if it was a bus. I like the little pop-out windows here. That is... Oh, those wheels are interesting. That is just beautiful. Wow. I love this thing. Nice. You can get 6 people in there. Not a seatbelt inside. God, I love that thing. And here we have another convertible. Yeah, there are some newer Volkswagens. I don't really look at any of those. I mean, you can see those in any parking lot. I mean, no offense. I mean, I'm glad they came, but these are the ones I really want to look at. I mean, I don't really look at any of the newer ones, so sorry. What have we got down here? We got this cute little sort of like a metallic blue convertible. I like that shade of blue. That's really pretty. Yeah, that's a nice car. I love that. That blue is really pretty, and I like the blue with that black convertible top. It just looks really good. There's a bus over there. Nice. Yeah, that's a newer one. I like the little orange bus over there. It looks very bulbous for some reason. It looks very tall. Well, it is tall. And a little boo-boo right here. Honestly, I would rather drive one with a boo-boo. I wouldn't be so scared to drive it. Those really nice ones I'd be afraid to drive because I'd be afraid I'd mess it up, you know. But again, we have the bay window on it. That one's from Greensboro, it looks like. I've never seen was leaving, I didn't get to see it, but I saw two more buses headed that way. I left at like 7 o'clock or so. They were still coming in, but I had to get home. I wish I could have stayed longer. Maybe next year I'll try to stay longer. If I even get to go, but oh, nice. Here's another happy little blue beetle. This one's not a convertible, but I do like that shade of blue. That's pretty. Got your nice little interior in here. Yeah, after the sun went down a little bit, it would have been better. There wouldn't have been so much glare. Nice. Very nice. I like it. I don't know what I'm pointing at. Something coming in, maybe. Here's another beetle. This one's got his little toolbox or something in there. And a spare tire. It's good to have a spare. This one has suicide doors. Check that out. You don't see that every day. An interesting plaid interior. It says Porsche on it. I like the design though. That's interesting. Little blue shifter. Now okay, you see that's a station wagon. I have never seen one of these before, and we're gonna go check that out in a minute. The front of it looks like a Scirocco, but it's not. Oh, this one has suicide doors too. Very cool. It has the bigger back window, so that's a newer one. I like the purple on this one. That's pretty. It's got like a fake bullet hole on it. It's not real. It's just a sticker. Yeah, that's interesting. It's got the slide back rag top on it. Ooh, I love the interior in this car. It's so pretty. I love that kind of a camel color with that purple. Yeah, see, there's this sticker that says sniff but don't scratch. I didn't zoom in on it, but several of them had that sticker just to remind people not to touch the car. You know, just please don't touch. So I didn't touch anything. And when I see stuff, I always want to touch it. So I was fighting the urge the whole time but it's not mine, so I'm definitely not gonna put my hands on it. I wanted to come down here to show you this station wagon. I've never seen one of these before. I didn't even know this existed until I came to this car show. See, the front to me reminds me of a Scirocco, but it's not. It is a Volkswagen. From the side, it kind of looks like a Volvo station wagon. It makes me think of like an early 90s Volvo station wagon. Okay, so it is a Volkswagen. I've never seen one of these before. So it's a Volkswagen Quantum. I've never heard of that. I've never seen one, or I've never heard of it. That is just interesting. What is this? Maybe like an early 90s car? I don't know, but I've never seen one before. It's an automatic. That's neat. Yeah, I had to come check that out. That is very interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. I learned something. I like to learn something every day. I learned about the Volkswagen Quantum. That's kind of interesting. Here is a newer Volkswagen bus. I'm not as big of a fan of these, but this one actually is kind of cool. They look kind of rugged. They look like you could drive them in the apocalypse or something. Yeah, it looks like the interior is more comfortable. it's definitely filling in. We have a lot more people here now. You know, a lot of people came after work, so they just, you know, you get there when you can. This is a newer bus. This could be like a 72, 70, a 70s bus. See the lights in the back look different. Still got the fence up top like mine, and the louvered windows are longer. I do like it though. So it's got the bay window in the front. It's got the different bumper. Yeah, I would say it's like a 70 something, 75, 74. I don't know exactly, but yeah, it looks good though. I like the plaid seats. That's neat. That has a sliding door. Oh, and here's an orange one. This one also has the same lights, so it's probably about the same age. I like that kind of a yellowish orange with that white. That looks good. It has a sliding door also. Yep, sliding door. It's got the turn signals on the door and the front. I love that. That is really, really cool. I like how they look so happy in the front. They just look like happy little vehicles. All the vehicles today look so angry. If you ever look at the front of modern vehicles, they look so pissed off. These things just look happy to me. I think that's part of the appeal. They just look happy. All modern cars just look mad as hell, and I don't like it. That's cool. I like to go around and see all the stickers. That's the pop-up top like mine had. And see, it goes up like that. Some of them go straight up, some of them open at an angle. Got some little boo-boos there. Yeah, I would totally drive that. All day long, I would drive that. Love it. There's another beetle beside it. Yeah, that's the bay window. The solid piece of glass. It's called a bay window. And here's another beetle. They ran out of room for the beetles, I think. They're just putting them where they can. It's a little rubber ducky on the antenna. Look at that speaker. Good God. It takes up the whole back seat. The sun's starting to go down a little bit. Oh, there's a truck over here. I think we did see this, but I think they moved it. But that, you see, it has that metal frame on it to put the cover on. Now that's a single cab, isn't it? I don't know. Safari windows again. Yeah, I think we saw that one already. I could be wrong, but I think they just moved that one. Either that or it looks like one we already looked at. I don't know. So there's Herbie's place again. And people are walking around and looking at the cars and everything. But this is the one that the headlights are funky on this thing. Dude, I don't know. It looks like it's squinting at me. I've never seen one with headlights I heard the guy talking about it, and when he bought it, it was like gray or something, and he had it painted to look like that. It's a 64. I like the way that looks. I really, some people don't like that, but I think it looks cool. I like that steering wheel. I think it looks kind of cool. It gives it character. That's your bumper for cars that are older than 68. Looks like it has braces or something. Yeah. What else? Is there something in? What is that? Oh, it's another Karmann Ghia. Yeah, we're gonna go look at that one too. It's a white Karmann Ghia convertible. That's cool. I like that. So I had to come look at the bus, y'all. If I were to get another bus, I would get one of these. But let me tell you, what am I? Oh, there's the Karmann Ghia. If you want to go buy a bus like that, you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay those things. A bus like this one, you're looking at upwards of $70,000 for one of those. Some of them go over $100,000. I was telling her she wasn't in my way. Now this couple, they looked at this thing for a long, long time. They were still over there when I came out with my food. Safari windows. I love the chrome trim. Oh my god, this thing is a dream. I have that exact towel. I do, I have that. I have some of those. Good God almighty. Yeah, if I were to get another bus, it's the 21 window bus with the windows up top. See how they have windows up on the top up there? Oh my. I was just slobbering over this bus. And then I got up on the sidewalk and right here I hit my head on Herbie's wheel. I hit my damn head. I was so distracted by the bus that I hit my head on Herbie's tire. I like that red trim. I showed this to my son. He said, I like the cooler. He said, it looks like a 50s diner turned into a vehicle. I like their little Volkswagen hat, and they have a floor mat. Check out that hat. And they have a cover for their wheel. That's where you put the spare tire in these buses. Usually it's back there somewhere. Because they don't have any storage in the front like the Beetles do. God, yeah, y'all, if I were to get another one, this is what I would get. But honestly, I'm okay. I'm not, like, saving up to buy one or anything. That is what I would want right there. That is exactly it. Oh my god. But I'd be afraid to drive it. I'd be afraid I would wreck it or something. I'd be so scared to drive it anywhere. So here we have parts, and you can get parts and stuff. So anyway, that's why I'm not eager to buy one, because I'd be terrified to drive it. And it would probably just sit in storage somewhere. And what would be the point of having it if I'm not driving it, you know? This is very cool. I like the little thing here. It says built, not bought. That is such a neat little, what would you call that? Like a rat rod. It's not really a rat rod. I don't know. I just think it's really neat. Good. Yeah, I'd say they've modified that one a little bit. Just a little. It's cool though. The world is flat. But yeah, that's very cool. I like that. Look at the shifter. It looks like a piece of candy or something. That shifter's really tall. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, it's cool. Oh, here's another Beetle that came in. I like the color scheme of this one. It's got like that silver color and that blue. It's so pretty together. It's mostly blue, but then in this part here, you got this silver look. Oh, I love that. And then the interior matches. So pretty. It's got an 8-ball shifter. It's got, look, Sully's back there. I really like this one too. If I were to get a Beetle, it would be hard to say. I like this color scheme, but I also like the solid yellow ones. But I really like the way that looks. Let's go check out that Karmann Ghia that came in.
nice. Look how clean that is. Dang. That is awesome. Yeah, that's very cool. 1968. Yeah, that's nice. I think half the model year of 68 had the old stuff. I think they switched halfway through that year, but I could be wrong. That shifter's interesting, and I like the steering wheel. Wow. That's a beautiful car. I like it anyway. I think it's cool. I wanted to come over here and show you the Scout. I don't know, I just think these are cool. It's not part of the show, but it's an international Scout. Now there's a very steep hill. I can't really look at the front of it too much, but yeah, I always thought those were neat. It has nothing to do with the thing, but I shouldn't be making a video of this person's car, I'm sorry. But, oh, here comes another bus. God, and they were still coming in after I left. I saw them